everybody wants to get united. Like, what we gotta do is meet everybody on 149th Street at the bench.
I'm an absolute hypocrite, guys. Today's video, we're gonna be talking about something that goes against what I normally teach here on the channel. Oftentimes, I'm telling you guys to explore different parts of graffiti. You know, do hand styles, become proficient in your throwies and your pieces, do all three forms of graffiti, just so you can learn all of the prerequisite lessons that you need to learn in order to make the progress you're looking for. But in today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and say, screw that, specialize. Specialize in one particular thing. Now let me be clear, there's a few things I want to kind of set the groundwork for before we actually dig into that advice. First, this advice is more so targeted to people that have experience. They understand their hand styles, their throwies, and their pieces, but they feel a bit stuck. They feel like they've hit a bit of a rut and they're not sure where to go. That's who this advice is for. Secondly, when I say specialize, that doesn't mean you have to ignore everything else, and we're not talking about specializing in one form of graffiti. We're not talking about specializing just in tags, just in throwies, just in pieces, but rather instead what we're saying is there is such a thing as spreading yourself too thin. Once you become proficient in graffiti's fundamentals and you know your tags, throwies, and pieces, it's really easy to kind of venture down different paths for each form of graffiti and have different styles for each one of those. So you can have like 5 different hand styles, each branching down a different path. You can have 5 different throwies, each branching down a different path. You can have 5 different styles of pieces, each branching down, different paths. This is what we're addressing in today's video. The advice is to simply not be distracted by all the things that shine in your periphery, but rather instead take a style that you really find interesting, that you really want to explore, and push that singular style further. Specialize in something. This is going to give you that unique appeal to your work, that appeal where you do a piece, you do a hand style, you do a throwie on a wall, and people immediately know who that is. More so than just the iconography of your actual work itself. I'm talking about you could do different names in graffiti and people would still recognize that it's your work. That's the kind of recognition, that's the kind of style recognition we're referring to here. Now, if you want to get closer to that master level, regardless of whether you're brand new in graffiti or you have decades worth of experience, check out our Ultimate Graffiti Guidebook. So far, we've helped thousands of writers, both brand new and decades into the game. And these guys learned more from one simple read-through of our book than they learned throughout their entire graffiti career, giving them decades worth of information after reading the book. The reason this book helps so many people and the reason it's so impactful for the graffiti community is because we're the only book that teaches you each one of graffiti's fundamentals to a college level degree. We leave no stone unturned, explaining how flow works, how to find your style. We're talking about letter structure and things never before discussed in that topic, and we break everything down with hundreds of pictures throughout the book to help guide you and make the process of learning a lot easier. Check out digital copies in the description down below with physical copies over on Amazon. What I'm warning you about is the distraction level that comes with experience. After 10 years, 20 years, 30 years in the game, it can get really boring in graffiti. You can think to yourself, oh, I've done everything and I don't know, where to go next. I don't know what style I should pursue, or so on and so forth. And that's when specializing really counts. That's when it matters. That's when you can push your work to the next level and enter the higher echelon of graffiti. You can enter into a true mastery of whatever it is you choose to specialize in. You can specialize in a particular style of hand style that you really like. You can specialize in a particular style of piece that you've been developing. And there's value to that. But there's also a danger. There's way too many graffiti artists that have never really learned the basics. They can't articulate that information. They don't know the information. All they're doing is working off of intuition. And as a result of that, they do the same pieces over and over and over again. That's not them specializing. That's them being incapable of doing other things. Cope will probably get mad that I'm showing his pictures here, but I mean, the shoe fits. And if he wants to complain about it, he'll probably give me another thinly veiled threat like he did over on Instagram. You don't want to end up like that. That's not specialty. That's a lack of ability, a lack of understanding to do greater things. An example of somebody who's specialized would be somebody like Saber, somebody like Greg Simpkins, somebody like Mad C, somebody like Dime, I think is how it's pronounced. My apologies if I'm not. That's more so what we're looking for. But to get to that point, we have to have an understanding. We have to actually learn and know the basics for the elements of art and the art from specific specific fundamentals, which I preach here all the time and I teach you guys very frequently. It's that simple. That's quite literally the missing puzzle piece to your problems. That's how we get to a real specialization. And that's what we should aim for after we've gotten a certain level of experience. That's how you reach a true masterful level. Now don't get me wrong, if you're one of those writers that's hit that repetitive phase where you don't really have an understanding of the fundamentals but you have intuition, and as a result you're doing the same pieces in the same style over and over again, that doesn't mean your work sucks. The work can still be dope, but there's no specialization, there's no mastery, because there's only intuition fueling that, with no actual knowledge. Now here's another warning. There's gonna be brand new graffiti artists, intermediate graffiti artists, and even advanced graffiti artists that see this video and they think this applies to them. They think that they're ready for that mastery, for that specialization. And to the amateur and to the intermediate writers, there's still a lot of learning that needs to happen before you can get to that level. To the advanced guys, you'll know that you're ready for the specialization phase, for the actual ability to move into a true mastery of your style and art form, if you can actually articulate the fundamentals, your style, its upsides and its downsides. If you can't articulate those things and use facts to back it up, then you're not ready to move into that master level. And this is where I believe a lot of writers should try to move into, because most writers are stuck in that repetitive phase. Alright dudes, that just about wraps up today's video. Are you one of those writers that feels stuck, like you can't improve? Or are you still working towards learning those basics and kind of finding yourself in the first place? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget about our Ultimate Graffiti Guidebook in the description. Want more graffiti tutorials? Check that out right up here with more graffiti content right down here, and I'll catch you guys back here next week. Thanks for watching.